business model navigator consists on 4 steps: initiation, ideation, integration, and implementation. Now the first step, initiation. First, you need to know your existing business model. The business model, which is the answer to how you create value today, how you capture value today. And for us, this is the integrated answer to the 4 questions. Who's your customer? What is the value proposition? How is the value proposition implemented? Supply chain architecture. And why is it profitable? The revenue model. You need to understand today's business model. If you analyze your existing business model, it's important to look to the change drivers. Traditionally, you can take digitalization or globalization, and what are the new players in your industry? Typically, we see software-based companies entering nearly every industry with data-based business models. Second, after you understood your existing business model, and maybe you also buried your existing business model with a funeral speech, then you come up to the second step of the ideation. In the ideation, you confront your existing business model with 55 business model patterns. The business model innovation patterns actually are very valuable to stimulate creativity, especially in team environments. So we have this 55 business model pattern cards, which you could apply directly in your business model workshop. While you also can read these 55 patterns just sequentially and just think, is this applicable? It helps actually if you take those cards and combine it in different ways and discuss it in small groups, or the combination of those different business model patterns. Do they apply actually in our business model? So after we have done the step 2 ideation, we come to the integration phase. In the integration, actually, we check the internal consistency, which means, are those 4 questions of the new business model? Who is the customer? What is the value proposition? How is the value proposition implemented? And why is it profitable? Does that make sense? Very often we see, especially with MBA students, they double actually their value proposition, but they cut the costs by half, but it makes no sense, and they offer actually no means how to do it. We have to check actually, is that actually consistent? And then the second is the external consistency, which is you need to check with the change drivers we identified above and the new players which entered the industry. Do we actually also meet those requirements? After we finalize actually the integration phase, we come out to the most important things, which is, what are the assumptions of the business model? Why does that business model work? And we have always a few of assumptions. And instead of just calculating business cases with Excel sheets, we actually want to make those assumptions explicit. And we want that you design a kind of an experiment, how to test and how to verify your assumptions, because that's the crucial part in the business model innovation process. And that's where actually most business innovation fail. The very last step of the business model navigator is the implementation phase. And that last step actually might be quite easy if I have done the homework in the first 3 steps. So here we actually have a closed cycle of design, prototype, and test. So it's actually materializing your assumptions and check out actually how close are we with our assumptions to reality. That's the real reality check. And the most important here is you have to do it quick and you have to do it cheap. So if you do it in quick, cheap cycles, and a lot is actually also influenced here by the design thinking methodology, then you actually come up with quite profound business model innovations.